and welcome to a brand new episode of Kickstart Connections. I am your host, Lucinda Underwood. Joining me is co-host extraordinaire, Marc Boudreau. Hi, Marc.
How are you?
It's been a while. Let's just address that right from the get-go, shall we?
Let's definitely address all. Well, I said the episode that just went out with good friend John Mann that you had some big news. I had some big news, but I wasn't going to break that news till this episode.
Okay.
So why don't you tell the people where you've been?
Where have I been? Well, it's been about 6 months, I think, since we last recorded. And during that 6 months, I have been growing a human.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I am expecting, which is very ironic because I think it was the last episode that we recorded, you and I, last non-guest episode. We'll have to go back and check.
I know, I'm trying to, you keep talking, I'm going to find out when that episode was.
I literally said on that episode, I don't know why we were talking about kids, but we were talking about kids. And I literally said on that episode, yeah, kids aren't in my future. Like, it's just a personal choice and it's just not for me.
You tempted fate.
Well, that aged well, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, very, very excited, over the moon, both my partner and I. And we're expecting a little boy mid-February, due on Valentine's Day.
Isn't that sweet? Congratulations.
Yes.
That's my mom's birthday, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, you also have some news.
Yes. And it was March 3rd was our last episode together. The last episode that you did was the Women Driving Change.
Yes, with Beeps.
With Beeps.
Yep.
And that was in April. So, wow.
Yeah, so it's been, 6 months or more.
Because I guess that makes sense because the news that I'm sharing, we found out around my birthday, March 13th.
Yep.
I didn't really celebrate a birthday because we went over to my parents to break the news that my fiancé is also pregnant. Oh my gosh, 2025, a year of change. So
it's a big year for us all. Yeah.
We are expecting, and we're recording this November 6th. The due date is in 2 days.
Yes.
So once this goes out live, I'm assuming that baby's going to be out in the world.
You are quite likely going to have a newborn. Yeah.
Yes. So we're having a boy as well. And
they're going to be best friends.
They're going to be best friends over the moon. It's big changes. We weren't expecting, we're getting married next summer. So we were, the plan is consummate that thing and then you're off like most people. Yeah. But we decided to do a bit earlier, and I think it actually was Valentine's Day of this year.
There he is. I love it.
But it's good to see you again because we've been, the last hour and a half we've been catching up because we haven't seen each other.
I haven't seen you in person since I've been pregnant.
Yeah.
We've chatted, obviously, summer. But I've had a really rough pregnancy up until this point. So I'm 26 weeks now, so like 14 to go, and I'm finally feeling kind of like myself.
That's good.
But yeah, the first up to like 18 weeks was a lot of sickness and a lot of time spent in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And
because we were trying to do this episode for a while.
Oh, we've been trying to do this for
and you're
months.
Like, not today.
Yeah, like just trying to find a good day. Yeah. And the good days just didn't come. And then, we've both had work. We're going to move into that in a second as well because we've got updates work-wise. But yeah, honestly, like I've never experienced something so exhausting that I was really just forced to I've learned big lessons in prioritization.
Yeah.
Right? Because there was no way that I could do everything. I had a period of about 6 to 8 weeks where I wasn't out of bed.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I had my laptop in bed doing the bare minimum work that I needed to do to tick by. But thank God I didn't have any travel or I wasn't like teaching in that period of time because I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Just getting Uber Eats straight to bedside.
Also known as Jeff, my partner, who looked after me very, very well.
Juber.
Yes, yeah, he did. Has done a great job looking after me.
Shout out Jeff. Jeff and I, we don't carry the child, and that's like obviously the hardest part of this whole thing, and we kind of get to bear the fruits of that. Yeah. So, huge shout out to you and Rilla for carrying those babies to term. It's something else.
Yep, and realize that the last, I know she's ready.
Yeah, I think she is probably sleeping right now because the last week, the 39th week, sleep for her has been not few and far between.
That's why it always makes me laugh too when people say, well, get the rest in now because when the baby comes, you're not going to sleep. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't slept for 6 months already.
What are you talking about? Maybe that's just for the male counterpart of that situation.
Maybe.
And we're like, yeah, you got it. Sleeping like a baby, no pun intended.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a magical thing. And we've both got a lot of changes coming in our life.
I know.
Which, that kind of leads to, how the hell are we going to balance everything? This is what I want to talk about today.
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance, but also like around entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because, I said to you, I said this to you earlier, when I found out I was pregnant, now I'll be honest, this was an unexpected pregnancy. Honestly, to the point that I'd literally been told by medical people that I probably couldn't have kids. So you can imagine the surprise when I got pregnant. But my first thought was, what the hell am I going to do? Do I need to go and get a job? Because I'm like, there's no maternity leave. I am my business myself.
No one's covering for you.
I don't have a team. No one's covering for me. Do I need a stable, salaried income? Right? We always think about that stability. And it was that's probably the closest I have come since embarking on this entrepreneurship journey 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, that I've really, really kind of considered it.
Yeah. Because your business was your baby.
My business was my baby and will continue to be my baby. Just my first child.
First child, yeah.
Just my first child. But you know what? The more I thought about it, the more that was more fear talking. And it was like fear of the unknown. And it's okay, well, now I need to have a conventional life because I'm going to be a parent. But actually what you need really when you have a young child is flexibility.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
And the best way to have optimum flexibility is to create your own rules.
Yep.
And the world's different too.
Oh, absolutely. I remember the same, much to Rilla's chagrin, when I found out that we were pregnant and that I had just gotten back upstairs from washing the car. Pretty sure that's the last time I washed the car myself. And I would just go to the drive-in. Shout out those car washing machines. Anyways, I was scared initially.
Yeah.
Worried. Because same, it's Jamie and I, but it's just the two of us. And it's like, we're still in the thick of things. Like B&V is 5-6 years old now. We've been 5 years in our main studio, but it's still a brand new business in my eyes.
And still growing.
And still growing. And that takes a lot of time. And so my initial reaction was like, are you sure? Can we get a second opinion? But after that, it was similar reaction to you. It was like, you know what, like, this is such a special thing. We obviously wanted to do this eventually. And now it's just about recognizing, that flexibility is a strength. It's not a weakness. I'm going to be able to be in Jetson. Oh, that's a hard launch right now. Jetson's
is. You're announcing the name.
It's a Tibetan name, Jetsun for all you folks out there.
Name.
Not George Jetson, but
from the Jetsons.
From the Jetsons. Yeah. My friends would joke, they'd be like, Mark's son Jetson. But when he comes, like, I'm gonna be able to. And Rilla's a nurse, so somewhat flexible hours as well. It's like 3 or 4 on, 5 off. So we're gonna be able to. I still work nonstop, but still be able to, if there's, heaven forbid an emergency or, let's not go that far, but let's say I always need to drive to some sort of practice or whatever it may be. I can more often than not make that happen. Yeah. Whereas the generation before us,
very rigid, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Exception. Yeah. And honestly, I think even conventional work is more flexible these days.
100%.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But and it's the same for me. Now, Jeff, my partner, is also an entrepreneur. So we both own businesses and we both work he's working from home all the time. Unless I'm actually teaching a class or, training a group of people, in which case I might be traveling and things like that. I am also working from home. So I really kind of started to think, and I was like, we can make this work. He has his set hours. I really don't. I do have some flexibility because typically the work that I am doing from home, as long as it gets done, doesn't matter when it gets done, right? As long as it gets done and I hit deadlines, then that's fine. So I don't know. Maybe I do have a tendency, I'm going to say this too. I've always described myself as the eternal optimist.
Yeah.
Which I do like about myself, and I think it's a good quality to have. But I do tend to go into big things very optimistically and just like, oh, it'll be fine.
It'll work out.
Everything will work out. And normally it does. But sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes it's just harder than I anticipated before it works out.
Yeah. But you have that belief that everything is going to be okay. Yeah. I mean, and sometimes it's not for some people in certain situations. But more often than not, if you can have that mentality, then it usually works out. But talk to me in about a month.
Yeah, well, that's it. We're both still dealing with the unknown because we don't know what kind of baby we're going to have.
Yes.
But I do also have a theory on this as well. And this is another thing that I have prioritized throughout pregnancy. Especially when I was struggling a lot more than I am now. I probably could have pushed myself a bit more, honestly. I probably could have forced myself. And I didn't because I didn't really have to.
Yeah.
And it was an intentional thing. And again, I think when you've had a burnout in life, you really just, you don't want to get to that point again. You see things so differently. And like when you've been at that level of chronic stress, you will do everything in your power to never go there again. And so my priority this pregnancy has been not being stressed. So everything that is unknown, everything that, could potentially be an issue, I'm refusing to think about it until I'm confronted with it. Because I also think that keeping stress levels low, I'm convinced it's going to make for a calm baby. I'll let you know. But honestly, I mean, it's healthy. It's good for the baby.
Yeah.
I actually read something the other day. It's something I saw on social media. I don't have any research to back this, so take it with a pinch of salt. But it was just a post, but it was interesting. Somebody had asked ChatGPT, what's the best way for me to be able to live till like I'm 140? So basically, what's the secret of a long life?
Yeah.
The biggest factor in longevity, you would think maybe diet, exercise, all of that kind of stuff. Important, yes. The biggest factor, avoiding chronic stress.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've heard that
Living
too.
a stress-free life. And I think so much of that is a choice. And so, I'm just chilling. I'm optimistic. Life's going to be great. I'm going to take my baby to work with me. It'll be fine.
100, yeah. Like Justin's going to be here all the time. He's going to be the studio baby. We've got our studio pup below us right now, Oatmeal.
Yep.
And we're going to have a studio baby. And that's another thing is that, we had that flexibility of being able to, it's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and they need us. We can be there.
Exactly.
But we can also bring them to work because we're the boss.
Yeah.
We can do that. Wow. Sorry to stop for a second, but look at that.
Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Look at the sun shining on that ship. Sorry, we get easily distracted, but that is a pretty special. It's right.
A double rainbow.
Oh my God, that has to mean something good.
Oh, it's got to be. Oh, wow, and the sun's right on it. Yeah, show us. What were we talking about before this? ADD or something like that?
Yeah, we were. But actually, though, can we talk about baby brain?
Yeah,
that's a thing.
I've seen it.
I was at the hospital the other day for just a checkup appointment, and like when you go and register, they confirm all your details on your medical card. She was like, and can you just confirm your address for me? Now, in all fairness, we have moved in the last few months. We moved into a house.
A couple new addresses, yeah.
But I couldn't even remember the house number. I was like, oh, she kind of said it. It's like 239. I went, yes, that's it. Yeah. Thank you. Do not ask me the postal code. Yeah. And I just had a complete like memory blank. And that's been happening. Even mid-sentence, sometimes I'll forget what I'm saying. It's
that can happen. I mean, you're growing. I say this over and over again to Real. It's like you're growing an actual human inside of you right now. Like organs, heart, liver, kidneys, bones.
Yeah.
Everything. Like it's fascinating. So if you can't remember something once in a while,
who cares?
Right?
Yes.
Like, give me a break.
Don't stress about it.
Yeah.
But I think that's why the first trimester is so hard too, because that's when like it's before the placenta takes over, but it's also when the organs are actually really kind of being built, and then they just kind of grow from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the exhaustion is, like I say, it's like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. Like I was, for that kind of like 6 to 8 weeks, I was sleeping like at least 15 hours.
Oh yeah.
And still feeling exhausted.
I can't even grow my own muscles. Like I go to the gym once and I'm like gone for 48 hours. So no.
It's pretty fascinating. I mean, it's the most natural thing we can do as humans. And, you know, I don't know if the majority of people have kids these days. Yeah, I think probably still the majority do.
I think so. Just like one or two.
Well, that's going to be me. Yeah. I waited till I was 39, so there won't be any more.
Yeah.
We'll watch that change now. Now I've said that. No.
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's another story, but apparently you need to have 2.7 kids to replace yourself.
Yeah, but do we need to replace everyone?
I mean, we do need less people on the planet, I think.
As
far as I know.
I mean, we're destroying it, so
it's not great.
Probably.
No, but that's another podcast.
Yeah.
This is now a baby podcast.
I know, it is. We will go back. The only other thing I want to say, last thing on babies.
Yeah, of course.
I always thought, and this is just a funny to share, I always thought that having a baby like kicking and moving around inside me I found that really
terrifying.
I found pregnancy like just really kind of freaky, to be honest with you. And I always thought that I would be super freaked out, like it'd be like an alien. Now I've experienced it. It is like an alien.
Yeah.
But it's an alien that I really love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's just,
There's no other feeling. I mean, it's multiple
bizarre.
first, right? And then when the baby's born, like told Rilla multiple, I'm like, I'm going to run out of tears on I'm going to be crying, driving her to the hospital when her water breaks. And I'm not going to stop until I pass away. Like,
that's going to be, that's going to be it.
Watching the like Jetson, just like first steps, like all of that. Like, I'm going to be so emotional. Like it's going to be something
And you know
else.
what? Enjoy every moment of it. And that's the thing too. I think, you know, going back to kind of the stress thing and the work thing and, you know, all these things that we have to deal with as adults, don't let that ruin the most magical experience of your life.
Right.
You know, enjoy every moment because it's going to go by fast too.
That's what they say, right? Before you know it, they're 18 and heading off to college or whatever the college equivalent will be in 18 years.
Yeah, heading off to college and then moving back in. We're having boys. They're going to be home until they're like 30.
True, yeah. I literally didn't move out till I was 30 pretty much. Like back and forth in my 20s. I
was 19.
But yeah, exactly.
I went back and forth a little bit, yeah. And it's funny, I saw... I know this is a mutual friend of ours, Geneva from Book of Love, Canada. She posted on Instagram a while back about, because she has a young child. I think, did they have a boy as well?
They have
a son.
They have a boy, yeah.
He's around 2 now, I think. And when she got pregnant, same thing, right? She had her own business. What is this going to look like? How am I going to be able to juggle everything? Because I think for fathers, it's the stress of how am I going to provide, right? For mothers, it's the stress of how am I going to balance everything, right? How am I going to take care of this baby and still, especially in business, like still follow my passion and still do all these kind of things. And she actually said in this post, and it struck me because it really gave me some encouragement. So Geneva, if you're listening, thank you.
Shout out Geneva. One of our first clients, the Book of Love.
Yeah, there you go. She actually said that, you know, once she had the baby, like business was starting to boom. And I think it's because you do have this purpose, but you also have to be so strategic with your time.
Yeah.
That things that maybe would drop off, don't drop off. Things that maybe you'd lose attention on, they take your attention because you've got no choice, right? Like you've got to figure it out. And I believe that. And I think that, I think it will be kind of exactly the same.
Absolutely.
Speaking though of work, let's get your BNV updates because you've been like every time we've chatted over the last 6 months, we haven't seen each other, but every time we've chatted, it seems like you've got a new client, you're working on something new. Like it seems like it's been really busy. So whatever you can reveal, please reveal.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember because like back in March was our last. Should have probably listened to this episode before this, but I mean,
whatever.
We're past that point.
Yeah.
You listeners, you can listen to that episode and tell us what we were talking about at that point. But yeah, I mean, we still are doing great work with the Mooseheads. Dalhousie's podcast with their Faculty of Science is coming back. Little late this year if anyone's waiting for it because of that strike that they had going.
Right,
so they're still trying to get organized there. We still do the Future Friday podcast going. It'll be going on in the third year next year with
3 years already.
Well, 2 years, but it'll be the third year
still
next year. We actually got a meeting next week to plan season 3 out. That's been a fantastic opportunity for us to highlight some incredible people here at home. The last episode we had on Nathan Simmons is his name. He's a actor on From. The show that's on Prime.
Yep.
Like MGM or whatever it is.
I know him. I know the show. I love the show.
Great show. He plays Elgin and he's after meeting him, I'm like, wow, what an incredible actor because he is absolutely nothing like that character. Like that character is scared and quiet and he is the complete opposite of that. He's hilarious. He's outgoing.
I've seen him in some other stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, our mutual friend Martina knows him. And I think they've kind of worked together on a few things.
Yes.
But
So that was a great episode. We got 2 more this year. We started a podcast with the Nova Scotia Palliative Care Association. That was super cool. We started a podcast called Double Bitter.
Yes.
And
this I've been seeing everywhere.
This was a really cool idea that was pitched to us by a guy named Ryan McIntyre. He is, he works in forestry, but he's also a commentator for Steel Timber Sports, if you've seen it on TSN. And he has sort of a partnership with Darren Hudson, who owns the Timber Lounge over in Dartmouth, for anyone who's into the old axe throwing. So we were
a bit of axe throwing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. That was the first time I did it when we went and met them this spring, actually, over there.
It's a good time.
I was so hungover that day. I don't know why. I think it was Glass Tigers concert the night before.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
That'll do it, right? But we were put in touch with them by Kim Moser, who we've done some work with in the past. She's a television producer. She's got a new show coming out, Ghost Stories. I think it's called Most Haunted. I should know this. Maybe it's just Haunted.
Okay.
Anyways.
Ghosty stuff.
Kim, you can get mad at me later for not remembering, but she put us in touch with them because they're like, they want to start a podcast around axe throwing. So we met with them. Double Bitter was born with Ryan and Kim co-hosting.
Oh, great. Okay.
Where they have on axe throwing champions and people in that world, including Darren was a guest. He's got quite a story. My gosh. We don't think about it that much, but in Nova Scotia, like forestry is one of our biggest industries and was the biggest industry. I mean, we used to be a really rich province because of that, but that's another story. But he's
now the trees are gone.
Yeah, now the trees are gone. But he is part of this like generational family of loggers. And,
cool.
And he was Steve Martin's leg double on Cheaper by the Dozen when they were doing the log race. So really interesting character. And Steel, Canada.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you watch TSN, you've seen their commercials, the chainsaws and the leaf blowers and all that stuff. They were the premier sponsor on the podcast. And one of the guests was Josh Clark, who's part of their organization. He does promotion for events like the timber sports, stuff like that. And they really loved it. Got awesome feedback. One of the episodes almost has like 200,000 views on YouTube now with the guest is Sterling Hart, who's a Canadian timber sports champion. And I don't know how much I can go into detail because, I mean, it's all just been confirmed in the last week or so. But we're going to be doing a podcast with in the new year. And that's as far as I'll go. I won't say any details because I feel like they want to keep that tight-lipped for now.
Yeah.
But very excited to do that. We'll be traveling in the new year. Some big plans for Double Bitter Season 2, which also may include some other travel, potentially to the United States, which who knows where that place is going to be in a few months, but super excited to get that off the ground. Still in the works with, I mentioned Glass Tiger before, Alan Frew and his podcast. We have all of that is recorded. We have 8 episodes, season 1, hopefully launching. I'm going to guess now we're probably going to launch it early January.
Yeah, fair.
Just because at this point, once it becomes December, there's no point launching anything. It's just
everyone just stops doing everything,
holidays,
right? Yeah.
So hoping that we can get that going January. Just trying to secure a couple more sponsors.
Love it. And there's some big guests on that.
Yes. So we got Doug Gilmore, Toronto Maple Leafs legend, Marilyn Dennis, TV legend. Lauren Hammersley, who's on Mr. D. She's also, I think it's called Mystic River or something like that on Netflix. So Virgin River. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like Mystic River. That's the movie with Sean Penn, isn't it?
I don't know.
Completely different direction. I don't think Virgin River is about like a child being kidnapped. As far as I know. No, not that at all. But, like some incredible guests, Brian Burke, hockey legend, Tim Hicks, Canadian country legend. Other than Brian, who's technically has Canadian citizenship, it's all different Canadians.
Yeah.
That have excelled in their different areas.
I bet they've got some just great stories
too.
I'm really looking forward to listening.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to tie in. We're talking to kind of Alan's PR firm right now in terms of what season 2 will look like, and really going after that Canadiana side of things. And with the Olympics in 2026, there may be some partnerships that are in the works there. I mean, can't go into too much detail with that either, but super excited on that front. I'm trying to I always forget if
no wonder we haven't seen each other because you've been flat out.
We've been quite busy.
You've been flat out working, and I've just been flat out.
We launched another podcast with a wealth management podcast called Make Sense of This with
I've been seeing that everywhere as well.
Richardson Watson. Investment, wealth management, that kind of thing with Allison Watson is the host of that. So that's been going well. Yeah, so it's been really busy. And then there's a few others that haven't launched yet, still in the works. Couple they're not associated with a business, some personal podcasts with some individuals that we've been speaking with over the last few months. So one is going to be super interesting. It's about social work. So we're hoping to launch that in the new year. And I don't want to go too much into that either because it's still early. Lots of episodes recorded, but still early on that. So a big 2026 ahead.
Yeah,
it's been a busy 2025. Yeah. So
you know what I love to hear as well, and I want to highlight because this is a testament to the work you guys do here and your reputation. Is you're getting so many kind of new clients that are referred to you or linked with other clients, right? You're really kind of getting that kind of word of mouth growth. It's not so much just through, advertising. Yeah. Right.
Which we still need to do.
But you know what though? That kind of business, I would choose that kind of business any day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you've already built some trust.
Yeah.
It shows that your reputation is what you hope your reputation is. And it just, honestly, I think it speaks to the quality of the work and how great you guys are to work with. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but that's a big, when that happens, that's a big compliment.
Yeah. And we do another client that they already have a podcast in place. They were producing out of Ottawa and that company has since shuttered. So they came to us and they said, we asked, we're Halifax based, but we send our stuff to Ottawa. They're done. And we asked our friends in Halifax, we need this podcast produced by someone who is in the city.
Yeah.
And he was everyone said B&B Media.
Yep.
And it was cool to hear that because, you don't, when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it, you don't really know, unless you get Google reviews or whatever it may be, you're not really sure how well you're doing.
Yep.
So when you hear that kind of thing, it can be hard to track. So when you hear that kind of thing, makes it all worth it. And obviously we're doing something right.
I love it. I love it. I love to hear it. Congrats.
What about yourself? What's the year been like for you?
So it's been
Kickstart?
Busy too. I think
you incorporated.
I incorporated at the beginning of the year, yeah. And I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah, you may. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. And I think I was talking about how I was really kind of niching down. Like this kind of work started last year of just kind of really sort of niching more into specifically automotive.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that I'm solely automotive, and I'll go into that in a second. But really kind of focusing on, where I have 20 years experience, right, in that industry. Last year I had a huge project with actually the second largest dealer group in Canada. We did a sales training. So I custom developed the training for them that got rolled out to over 400 people. So all of the salespeople and sales managers in their group.
You're famous.
Wow, people recognize my face. And it was a blast. Went really well. My work has continued with them this year. I actually launched my leadership foundations program. So this is my program that I created. This is my baby, and I'll tell you why. I had this in mind, something like this in mind for probably 10 years almost.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason being is because I lived it. So, when I worked in the automotive industry, O2's joined us. Hi, O2. You're cute.
Anything to say for the crowd? No, he's a man of few words.
He is. Just strong silent type. So when I moved from being a salesperson into being a sales manager. And I remember realizing at the time, there is a gap here.
Yeah.
Because there was really no training. So, I did some training on kind of how to manage the tasks of a sales manager and kind of do the job. But there was no training on how to actually manage people. So what happens then? Okay, then you learn from the people around you. Some of those were really good, and some of those taught me what not to do in an extreme way. And I remember thinking at the time, like, there has got to be a better way. This is something that is lacking in the industry, right? It's the normal process is high performers get promoted into management, and then it's just kind of like, off you go. Not always do they have leadership skills. So I created the Leadership Foundations program, which this particular client took on. They wanted to do something along those lines. So they were kind of my first sort of trial run.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's super interesting and a great point where just because someone's very successful in sales or whatever it may be, doesn't mean they're going to be a good leader. No,
and to be honest with you, more often than not, it's the other way around because the skills you need to be an excellent salesperson are very different skills you need to be an excellent leader. And what happens is when you've got somebody who is outstanding at their job and then they become a manager without the proper sort of training and understanding that they need to sharpen a different skill set.
Yep.
You just get micromanagers because they know how to do that job better than anybody else, right?
It's like Gretzky. He was the best player of all time, but he didn't know how to coach.
Right. Because, and that's the thing. And I think it's a very kind of conscious transition. Some people can do it, some people can't. But again, when you're high in sales, you're probably quite a self-minded person. You have to be very motivated, very driven, but also kind of, you're looking out for yourself, right? Yeah. Then to go into a leadership position where you've got a team to take care of, and actually what your job is to take obstacles out of the way to make them better, coach and develop them. It's a very different set of skills. So this program now has gone out to, in that iteration, it has gone out to, I think, around 300 people. Wow. Feedback has been incredible.
Love to hear that.
Which is good, because here's the other part. Before I launched it, I was very interested to see how it was going to land.
Yeah.
Car business traditionally has been a very male-dominated industry. I mean, it still is much different to what it used to be, but like when I started, it's changed.
Yeah.
But male-dominated, very much like you're here to do a job, you work 12 hours a day on the sales floor. There's no room for emotions or feelings or anything like that. I'm then going and taking these classes, teaching these leaders about emotional intelligence and psychological safety and, all of these kind of things. So I was like, how is this going to land?
Yeah.
Right? This is either going to be a success or it's going to be my downfall, right? But I'm really happy to say I think the industry's ready for it. I think COVID changed a lot of perspective for everyone. And also the newer generation coming into the workforce as well. They want different things out of their work. There's generations is a big thing we talk about in the training, because people want different things out of their work, and leadership needs to evolve to be able to continue to get the best out of people, right?
Yeah.
It's not so much now, it used to be very transactional. I exchange my time for your money. I come and I do a job and then that's it. It doesn't matter if I enjoy being there or not. That's just what we do.
Right.
The world's not like that anymore. People want purpose out of their work. They want fulfillment. They want to know how they're going to grow and how they're going to develop.
Forbid.
I know, right? So this program really helps that. So that was kind of that. And then I also took on another client this year, started working with them in the summer, just actually did the first sessions with them in Newfoundland, which again is leadership based. But just a different kind of format. So instead of kind of a 2-day training session, this is actually an ongoing project where I will be delivering training to them in person 3 times a year, but also in the meantime, coaching their managers and really kind of taking a more permanent kind of role in developing their current leaders and their future leaders, which is so exciting.
That's awesome.
It's really good to see, honestly, like a lot more dealer groups kind of embracing this and realizing that, human-centric leadership is a really needed transition. I believe, you can tell I'm passionate about it. I believe very strongly that this is going to be really the long-term differentiator. Because everyone makes a good car these days. Everyone, they have nice facilities, all of these kind of things.
Yeah.
The biggest things that we look for, and I think is going to allow them to stand out from the competition, is the employee experience that they provide. So through leadership, the employee experience they provide, which then has a knock-on effect to the customer experience that they provide.
Absolutely.
Those are intrinsically linked. So so that's been kind of honestly the kind of biggest focuses. Still working with the college as well.
Oh yeah.
So I've taught with them a few times this year, teaching for the Canadian Dealer Academy, which is a national program through Georgian College. Just having a blast and
all while pregnant.
Yes. But really, it's all stuff I want to, I'm going to be able to continue with as well. A lot of my work is instructional design, which I can do from home. So things are going well. I have to say,
good.
Yes, I'm having a great time.
Progress.
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. Very exciting. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I might bleep out name, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you can go back and
it'll be like a mystery. I keep saying but you just hear bloop.
Love it. Keep
you will find out eventually, folks, in the new year. Actually, that podcast is going to drop in April.
Okay, nice. Spring launch.
Love
it.
Yeah. And they want to do multi-year deal there and some other potential partnerships as well.
Brilliant.
So
brilliant.
Very, very excited. Kind of our first first real like national, international brand doing a podcast. And that was really one of our...
And it's time. That's the logical step for you guys. You're ready for it.
That's where we wanted to really get to. And we can, and not to, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but we can leverage that, use that as like marketing and say, hey, like, this particular brand is trying to nail down the messaging for certain products and they're not finding success with other forms of marketing.
Yep.
And now they realize like a podcast can be that tool, that deal breaker to really get the message across and get customers on the same page. So hopefully that's incredibly successful, and then we can do an ad about it and be like, hey, so and so did this and their messaging wasn't right. Now it is. Start a podcast, folks.
Yeah. No, I'm sure everything you do is successful. I'm sure it will be.
Those 4K cams, they make us look good.
They sure do. They sure do. Actually, I didn't address just one final thought from me, because I said about niching down to automotive, and then I was like, not just automotive, and I'll expand on that. The other thing that I'm realizing, which is something that is on the kind of docket to pursue next year, is that the automotive industry is not the only industry that needs leadership training.
Most probably do.
Yeah, it's I've realized that a lot too. Like, it is missed. Teaching those specific kind of skills is missed a lot of the time. So I've had some conversations with people that have kind of said, you need to look at this industry, or you need to look at this industry. Like, there's lots of opportunity out there. So all things that I'm open to, and we'll kind of look into a bit more next year. But again, got to balance out the old schedule with a baby coming.
With the baby coming, February 2026.
Yeah, I'll be here before we know it. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Well, that was quite the update.
That was quite the update.
Hopefully you got everything you guys need. I don't think we're gonna have a "Dear God, It's Me" marketing segment, as much as I love saying that. This was more of next episode, whenever that is. Obviously, my life is about to change completely within the next. Could be right now. I don't know. No, it's not yet.
I would hope you would know.
I would. I did just get a text earlier, just going to make sure. Walk ? So
lovely.
Maybe not coming yet.
Lovely.
But any day now. So super pumped.
And I think, and you know what? I think that's the thing too. It's like, we wanted to record today's episode really just to say, hey, we're still here, because I have had some people ask me over the last few months, like, are you still doing the podcasting thing? Right. I haven't seen anything from Kickstart Connection. So yes, we're still here. We want to kind of explain why the sudden hiatus.
Baby's a pretty good excuse, I think.
I would say. But moving forward, honestly, there's not going to be a set schedule, and that's okay. We want to make sure that we're still available. We still drop guest episodes. We've got one coming, actually. You did an interview last week.
Yeah. It's out now.
Oh, is it out already?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, not as we record this, but as this will be published, it will be out. Yeah.
Okay, you're right. That will be out already. So check that out. So we will be here. We will be around. As always, if you think you'd be a great guest, or someone who would be a great guest, please let us know.
Yeah.
We absolutely want to make sure we keep sharing these entrepreneurship stories, and also ours along the way.
Exactly. Yeah. And obviously, you can't necessarily depend on an episode coming out every Monday or every second Wednesday. But follow us on social media at bnv.media or at Kickstart Connections Podcast, and you will see a post that says there's a new episode at some point. Don't you worry about it.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, let's wrap up for the day, shall we?
Let's do it.
It's got dark while we've been
I
recording.
know that rainbow
Hello,
is gone, and it's wet and cold out there, and I guess I'm going for a walk now. Oh my gosh. All right, folks.
Enjoy that.
If you are watching on YouTube, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button so you never miss another episode, because they are coming out.
Because you've got no idea when they're going to be there.
And if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and review. No 4-star ratings around here, right?
None.
5 all day long. Thanks, folks.
Have a great day.